Greetings and welcome. Today we continue with Prana for good health. In the previous segment, we talked about the energetic anatomy. You have the chakras, which absorb life force, and you have the energy channels that distribute the energy, like hoses to the different parts of the body. And then the energy field that is generated as this life current goes to the body is called the aura. So in order to understand how your physical health is affected by prana, we have to study the chakras in a little more detail. So if you look at this chart again, you have the energy field and then you have the chakras. So these 11 major chakras actually feed energy to different parts of your body, to different organs, to different systems all over your body. So let's just go through it step by step, shall we? Very simply, remember the 11 major chakras? Okay, this is the crown right on top of your head. You saw it in the previous segment there. So the crown feeds energy to your brain. Okay, the forehead chakra, which is here, affects your nervous system. The ajna in between your eyebrows affects your pituitary gland, and this chakra here actually is like the CEO of your whole energy system. That's why you'll notice in some charismatic healing, when they heal, they just put their hand there, they smack you in between the eyebrows. Well, not smack you, but they feed energy there, so the energy goes to the different parts of the body. All right. Then you have the throat chakra here. The throat chakra affects your throat, obviously. It also energizes your voice box. It energizes your thyroid, parathyroid glands. That's your throat chakra, okay? Then you have the heart chakra in the center of your chest that feeds energy to your heart, your thymus gland, and your lungs. It also affects your circulatory system. Your solar plexus is right there on the soft spot in between your ribs, right below the sternum. That energizes your diaphragm and a lot of the major organs here, including your stomach. All right. That's why you also notice that when people are stressed out, they breathe really shallow, because when the chakra is when a person's stressed out, the chakra starts spinning erratically. So it also affects their breathing because it affects their diaphragm. And since it's also the energy center that feeds energy to your stomach, well, when a person gets stressed out, that chakra malfunctions, and therefore the energy affecting the stomach is also affected. That's why they have indigestion. All right. The navel chakra on your belly button, that affects your overall energy level. It's also right below it where we store energy. That's why you see people when they do martial arts or Tai Chi, they go, they put their hand there to store the energy. That's where you store energy. It's interesting. You will notice that in a lot of places when the sun is not out, the people have a tendency to feel tired or depressed. Well, there's several reasons for it. Of course, you talk to a medical doctor, they'll say, well, because of the sunlight, it affects your pineal gland, you feel uplifted. That's correct. But on the energy side, the interesting part is this. You see, when the sun is out, the air that you breathe is charged with solar energy. So you have a lot of energy going through your entire body. The prana is more potent. When the sun is not out, then the air you're breathing, the air particles, the air prana is not so charged. Now, the interesting part is this. That energy center, your navel, and right below it, the secondary navel, what people call dantian in Chinese or hara in Japanese, that storehouse, if it's full, then whether the sun is out or not, it doesn't really bother you because you are like carrying your own big battery, okay? When you don't have as much energy there, the sun is not out, your body feels tired. For people who have lots of energy, it's like, okay, whatever, we'll wait for the sun to get out. You get what I'm saying? So it's very important that you feel that energy center with lots of life force so that you're always, strong, you're healthy, you have lots of energy, you get up in the morning, you can work all day, you're full of vitality. That's where you store it. That's your warehouse, okay? On your left side, lower left rib, that's called the spleen. Now, the spleen chakra also affects your physical spleen, which is, it kills disease-causing germs. That's the medical aspect. Now, overall, energy-wise, this is the main energy center that absorbs air prana. Okay, you have solar energy, air energy, earth energy. This absorbs air energy. Okay, this is spleen. Now, let's keep going. Now, on your pubic bone is the sex chakra. The sex chakra, what does it do? Obviously, it affects your sex drive. It also energizes your reproductive organs. Now, what people don't realize is when energy goes to your sex center, part of it goes down the legs, part of it energizes your reproductive organs, and part of it actually rises up and energizes your throat and then your brain. So in pranic healing, we talk about this sex chakra in a little more detail if you're working with the elderly or somebody with bad circulation in their legs. In addition to working on their legs and filling it with life force or prana, you also energize the sex center, and with the intention, let it go down the legs. All right? It energizes your bladder and your pubic bone. It energizes your reproductive organs. You know, it's interesting. When I first took pranic healing, I remember there was a mom who was one of my classmates, and she had a son that was 14 years old and still bedwetting. And I remember she was asking Grandmaster Choa, he said, how do you work on this? And Grandmaster Choa Koksui, he gave some instruction to cleanse and then energize, work on that chakra every night. You know, the interesting part, the following week, I saw her in one of the pranic healing gatherings, and she was telling everybody that her son, in 1 week's time that she's been doing pranic healing and energizing her son's sex chakra, which energized the bladder, in less than 1 week's time, he stopped wetting his bed. So apparently, what the doctor said, the bladder was weak. So just with filling it with life force, the bladder got stronger. All right. And then in other classes, we talk about super brain yoga. Super brain yoga is something that with certain breathing exercises, you can move the lower creative force up to your brain and actually improve your memory. And it has also been used to help a lot of children with autism, ADD, ADHD. All right. So we talk about the crown, forehead, ajna, throat, heart, solar plexus, navel, spleen, sex center. Now in the back, by your tailbone, the base of the spine, that's called the basic chakra. Now the interesting part about this basic chakra, the basic chakra feeds energy to your bones, your blood, okay, your muscles. It affects your body temperature, and it affects your cell growth and cell repair. So this particular chakra at the tip of your spine is very, very important to your overall well-being. The interesting part, you will notice when the person's young, when the body is young, your spine is straight. As the body gets older, you notice it curves. So energetically, if the basic chakra is strong, it absorbs a lot of life force, shoots it up the spine. So as it's going up, it's like the person's strong, they're standing straight and erect. Okay? When that chakra weakens over time, then the bones, the muscles, and the spine does not get as much prana. So it gets weaker like that. Now, there is an interesting part. You will notice there are people who are chronologically old, but physically, they're full of strength and vitality. Guess what? Through yoga, exercise, or just good genes, that basic chakra is strong and healthy. So when that basic chakra is strong and healthy, it pumps energy up, their bones, their muscles, their blood, it's healthy, the skin complexion is good. Even though they're chronologically old, physically, guess what? They're young and vibrant. That's why in pranic healing, we have breathing exercises, physical exercises, and different things that you can do that actually make your chakras pump stronger and faster, especially the basic chakra. Here's the secret. If you can make your chakras spin like that of a younger person, your body will absorb more prana just like that of a younger person, and guess what? Your body starts to act like one. So youthfulness is dependent on how fast the chakras absorb fresh life force and release old energy. If you can make those chakras go faster, guess what? The body stays young. All right? We'll go through this in other segments, but this is just give you a little background. Now, the one behind the bell button, it's called the gate of life, or in Chinese called Mingmen. Mingmen in Chinese literally means door or gate of life. Now, this chakra gives energy to your kidneys. It's also in charge of your urinary system, and it also controls your blood pressure. If you remember in the second segment, we talked about why the 7 chakra model, which is known by most people, does not include this one, because this energy center, if a person doesn't know how to work with it, if they feed it too much energy, the blood pressure of the person could actually rise uncontrollably. That's why in pranic healing, we tell people, okay, in the lower classes, if you haven't taken the higher, more advanced courses, don't mess with this guy. All right? So that just gives you a little background how the different chakras actually feed and control the different organs, the different systems of your body. Now, here's the interesting part. These chakras, as they spin, When they spin a certain way, they absorb fresh life force. When they spin the other way, they release old energy. So assuming all the chakras are even and balanced, they absorb fresh amounts of prana. It releases old energy. When this happens continuously and regularly, guess what? Your aura is bright and it is strong. So something like this. So when the aura is bright and strong, it continues to absorb lots of fresh life force, and guess what? Your organs stay healthy. All right? So this gives you a lot of idea how prana affects your physical health. In the next segment, we'll talk about how prana affects your relationships and your emotions. So till then, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you share this with a lot of people, your friends and loved ones, so they have an idea that even though you cannot see prana or life force, it definitely can help you improve your life and the lives of the people you love. Okay? Till then, you take care, live well. We'll see you.